What is going on? Prosperity Practice, Brandon Hanley here, voice of a generation. I've been going a new direction and traveling a different direction recently, so I have had to pay attention to the map to figure out where I'm going, and that's the reason why there haven't been too many lives. Actually, there haven't been too many lives on the Prosperity Practice at all. That's just because I've simply been trying to figure out what the brand is essentially about. What is my demographic? Who am I trying to serve by going through the Prosperity Practice? Who am I? Who best serves the message that I want to deliver today? If you're not familiar, look, you've got your general purpose page, your personal Facebook. Then you've got the pages where it's like, or your groups where you're like, I have something specific that I want to say to a specific type of person or people, right? And I don't know about you, but I've fought branding tooth and nail for probably 20 years, maybe longer, right? I've been the anti-establishment guy for the longest period of my life. And how has that served me? That's a great question. It's a really great question, and we won't know till the end of time. However, what is your brand? Maybe you have fought tooth and nail yourself. Maybe you have fought tooth and nail about what your brand is. And that's, this morning, I was like, this is a message that I want to share with who, right? I've got my Fatherhood for the Rest of Us Facebook page that, maybe does this message serve fatherhood? Does this message serve those guys specifically, right? Does this message speak to the group itself? Is this something that maybe needs to be kind of a tighter, drilled down even more specifically for fathers, not just anybody who's thinking about fathers? Or does this message serve even a greater space, a larger space? And, I beat myself up a little bit for this morning just for being like, which one lines up with my brand? Well, instead of thinking, I'm not going to brand myself, or, branding's for, marketers, branding's for this, that, or the other person. Well, instead thinking about it, it's like, I'm just speaking to my people, right? Who are my people that would most likely receive this message? Who are the people that I feel would receive the greatest value? And under what umbrella or persona, am I willing to share this with? Where does this fit best? Right? And if I share it in the wrong place, and I'm off-brand, if I come in here and I'm talking about baking cookies with you, when you think you turned into how can I be prosperous in my life session, or how is this adding to my prosperity? And you're like, listen, I would go watch Rachel Ray. I would go watch the cooking channel if I want to go see some cookies. Or, maybe you've got a favorite cookie person or cooking person, who's a duff dude. You're not here to watch that guy. You're not here to watch Cookie Channel. It's like when you go to watch, who was I thinking about? If you have any of your comedies, right? Remember anytime they would do like the dramatic comedy, on sitcoms, and you'd be like, dude, I tuned into the laugh today, and you're bringing me this? You're bringing me, how many times? I'm comfortable sometimes, right? To watch a series or turn into like a brand that is totally off their brand, and you're like, what the hell? What the hell? And so when we think about branding, when you think about branding, when you think about who you can serve, who can you help make prosperous? Who can you give the most to in a laser-like setting, right? When you go get surgery on a fingernail or a finger, you don't want them working on the whole damn arm. You don't want somebody working on your whole arm if you're just getting surgery on your thumb, right? Like, be specific to the area. And that's what branding is about. Branding is about, getting in there and saying, all right, who can I serve best today? Right? How can I be in 100% alignment with who I am in serving this specific area? And when we think about how you can be 100% authentic to who you are and serve the greatest amount of people for the greatest good, that is being on brand. I just felt like I'd share that this morning, and I felt like I'd share it in the prosperity practice because I felt like this was the space that I could serve in the greatest way. Hopefully that's helpful for you guys. If it's helpful, say, hey, dude, thanks for the message. I get it now. I've aligned some branding, thoughts, some ideas. Hey, man, I've always hated branding too, and man, hopefully that helped make it better for you, right? Like, hopefully it takes some of the look, when we're working on our branding, when we're working on, there's so much, it's like this business cut and dry, and sometimes it loses its personality. How can you brand and still be personable? And I think that's the message here. How do we get to that point and then still serve the greatest good? And to me, that is all in alignment with the prosperity practice. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and set my coffee down for a second and jump on out. Hope you're having a great day.